Can you tell me a bit about Arlington Labs and what you do and how your products work with hearing impaired people?
Okay, so Arlington Laboratories is a unique company. We're a joint venture company. We're 50% owned by Mary Hare Schools for the Deaf.
Okay.
So 50% of the profits go back to Mary Hare.
Good.
We manufacture earmoulds for hearing aids and also hearing protection devices and swim molds and things like that for people to protect their ears when they're doing leisure activities.
So is it only for kids or can it be for anyone?
It can be for anyone. We have a very good reputation for paediatrics because of our connection with Mary Hare, but we make them for everybody.
And tell me about swim plugs and how they're used and how we would use them with our patients.
So swim plugs are very good for protecting the ear from getting water into your ears. So it can be used there. They're used with paediatrics when they've got glue ear and things like that. And they've had grommets fitted. So it's just to stop water getting into your ear, really, and make it swimming a more comfortable experience.
And that's to help reduce infections and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it could actually also be a good product if we're going overseas on holiday and if we're prone to ear infections.
Completely, yes. So we always see a peak in production just before the summer holidays when everyone goes off on holiday. So very important to in the swimming pools and in the sea as well.
And I can see some lovely bright colours here. Are there any favourites and why do we have colours?
So the colours originally were because of the connection with Mary Hare. It was encouraging the kids to wear their ear moulds, but now it's everybody that likes the colours. Fuchsia pink is always a favourite, and Mother of Pearl glitter is really popular.
Oh yeah, Mother of Pearl glitter is beautiful, isn't it? Yeah.
Very good.
And I guess it's nice to find them if they get lost in the bottom of the pool.
Precisely, and also with swim moulds as well, you can have floatable swim moulds. So if they were to come out, they will float to the surface, and you can find them. So a nice bright fluorescent yellow or orange, and
Okay, so if someone wanted to have some ear molds done, what's the procedure?
So they would need to go to their audiology department or a private hearing aid dispenser and have the impressions taken because we need the impressions because they're custom made to make the swim molds, and then they would be sent off to the lab. We would make them according to the type they wanted, and then
And how long does it all take from the ear molds, the impressions rather, arriving at yours?
So it will probably take about 2 weeks. You've got to allow for postage and things, but they're in the lab for about 3 to 5 working days. Paediatrics are a bit shorter than that.
Okay, so if someone's preparing for their holidays, they better get this done probably about a month before they go.
To be sure, yes.
And just to check the comfort and the fit.
Definitely make sure there's not any water ingress or anything like that.
Okay, excellent. And you said about hearing protection. I didn't know Arlington did hearing protection.
Yes,
okay.
So we do a range. So we supply musicians' filters. So if people are playing in a band or a DJ or in an orchestra, they've got a flat attenuation, so they'll bring the sound down by 15 or 25 dB depending on what they're listening to. We also do other filters called alpine filters for other recreational activities or DIY things like that, so riding on a motorbike. There's lots of different types of filters that you can get depending on what the activity is.
So with the musicians' filters, does that mean that they hear the music, they're not cut off from the music, it's just that the filter...
So all the filter does is it's flat attenuating, so it just brings the sound down by 15 or 25 dB, so you still hear the same, it's just quieter.
And safer.
And safer, yes.
Okay. And do you do anything for people who do shooting?
We do. We do passive and we do active musicians, shooters plugs. So if they're active, so it's like a bit like an in-the-ear hearing aid, so they'll wear them so they can hear speech, and then when the shot fires, it just cuts out all the sound.
Okay, so they can still chat to the other sportsmen who's out on the party.
And they can still hear what's going on around them, because it's really important that they're aware of their surroundings. They can hear all of that, but as soon as that shot fires, it cuts it all.
They're safe.
Yeah.
Okay. And do they also come in different colours, or are they pretty more limited?
A little bit more limited. They do some colours, but it's a lot more limited. Particularly with the shooters plugs, it tends to be clear, blue and red, and that's about it.
And one last big question, snoring.
Oh, wow, yes. If you've got that noisy partner, or even in a hotel room and there's someone in the next door room, I've had that before.
Yeah,
no, definitely. We do sleep plugs, so they're slightly different in that they're shaped differently, so if you're laying on the pillow, they're not uncomfortable when you're laying on the pillow.
And are they made from slightly softer material?
Yeah, so a lot of the noise protection products are soft, but the sleep plugs are made from a very soft silicone, so again, they're comfortable.
Okay, great, thank you. Now, would you like to show me one or two items in your display case?
So we've got some sleep plugs, so we can see a sleep plug here.
Yeah.
And then we've got some floatable swim plugs and some very pretty glitters here as well, and all the different colours that you can get.
So these are the floating swim plugs. They really are quite bright. tell us for boys and girls?
Yes.
Okay, and what are these?
So these are in-ear monitors. So if you're listening to music, it's a bit like stage monitors. So if you see your favourite band on stage and they've got in-ear monitors in, slightly different these ones, but yeah.
And does that allow for safe listening, or does it?
It does, because actually what you're doing is a lot more comfortable to wear than your traditional earbuds. So you don't listen to the music as loud, so it's a lot quieter for you.
So really good for commuters.
Very good for commuters. Yeah, it cuts out that background noise, so
Noise.
you're not listening to it as loud.
Okay, well thank you so much. This is great.
Okay.